Spooky Scrapbook with Spooky February 14th, 2026.
Remembering Angela Joy's Big Angriola. Angela Joy's Big Angriola, June 30th, 1960, February 18th, 2016, was an American reality television personality. She was the niece of Salvatore Sally Dogs Lombardi, 1941 to 2009, a Caporgime capo and drug dealer in the Genovese crime family. Raiola dated gangsters and lived an opulent lifestyle. Raiola starred in the VH1 reality television series Mob Wives from its second to sixth and final season in 2016. She was featured in her own spin-off series Big Ang in 2012 and Miami Monkey in 2013. At age 55, Raiola died from complications of lung cancer and pneumonia on February 18, 2016.
Would you stop being friends with someone who has abused, neglected, or abandoned their pets? We choose our friends based on trust, kindness, and shared morals. When someone harms an animal who depended on them, it can shake the foundation of how we see them. Pets don't get to choose, they're humans. They love loyally, forgive quickly, and rely completely on the care they're given. Walking away from that responsibility, or worse, causing harm, feels like a betrayal that's hard to overlook. Some people believe in redemption and personal growth. Others feel that cruelty toward animals reveals something too serious to ignore. If you found out a friend had mistreated their pet, would you cut ties, confront them, or try to understand what happened? What would you do in that situation?
You know exactly where you betray yourself, X single quotes, not confusion. It's fear of consequence, so. You adjust, you explain, you stay, and every month you tolerate. Your life adjusts to the smaller version of you. 16 weeks, 1:1, structured. Direct, 2 places, start March. 1, if you are done negotiating with yourself. Apply. 41 years ago today, the Mianus River Bridge on I-95 in Greenwich, Connecticut collapses. 3 people were killed and 3 others were injured.
not just losing a cat, it's losing the quiet presence that sat beside you without needing explanations. The kind of silence that felt warm instead of empty, ... They understood your moods without questions, your tears without conversation. In their stillness, there was comfort, a shared peace that didn't require words. That kind of understanding is rare.
When they are gone, the house grows quieter, but not in the same way. The silence changes shape, and that is what makes the loss feel so deep.
Paradise wouldn't be nearly as peaceful without the gentle purr of a cat to welcome us home. We believe that the unique and soulful bond we share with our feline friends is something that lasts forever. If there is a place where every beloved companion gathers, that is exactly where we hope to find ourselves. Our lives are so much richer for having known their quiet affection and steady, loving presence. Let's call it what it is. When a narcissistic mother weaponizes her daughter's hair, it's not about grooming. It's about control. Hair becomes the easiest entry point into autonomy. Because if she can control your hair, she can control your choices, your body, your self-expression, your identity. The battleground isn't the brush. It's dominance. It's never really about whether it's too long, too short, too curly, too straight, too messy, too grown, too immature. The target constantly moves because the goal is not improvement. The goal is insecurity. Narcissistic mothers use appearance-based criticism as a control tactic. Chronic criticism keeps a daughter self-conscious. Self-conscious daughters are easier to manage, easier to silence, easier to shape. Every mirror becomes a reminder that you're wrong. Wrong texture, wrong style, wrong color, wrong everything. Not because you aren't, but because confidence threatens control. Some narcissistic mothers force long hair because the daughter is treated like an extension, a doll to display. Others cut it off as punishment, humiliation, or dominance after disobedience, public shaming, forced haircuts, threats, mockery, different method. Same message. Your body is not yours. I decide how you look. You exist under my authority. That's not parenting. That's coercive control. That's emotional abuse. Hair is visible. It's public. It's easy to attack without leaving a bruise. But the damage runs deep: identity confusion, body shame, hypervigilance, perfectionism, people-pleasing. If your mother weaponized your appearance, you weren't too sensitive, you were being psychologically managed. And here's the truth that changes everything. Your hair is yours now. Your body is yours now. Your choices are yours now. Cut it. Grow it. Shave it. Dye it neon pink. Wear it natural. Wear it wild. Autonomy is healing. Was it ever about the hair? Or was it about keeping you small enough to control?
Aguada, Puerto Rico, 1977.
The bond between humans and cats is one of the most powerful connections in life, though it often grows in the quietest ways. It begins with a cautious glance, a shared space, a moment of trust that slowly deepens into something unspoken and steady. Before you realize it, their presence has become part of your sense of home. Cats do not offer love loudly, but they offer it faithfully. They sit beside us in silence, sense our moods without explanation, and remain close when words feel unnecessary. That quiet loyalty has a way of reaching deeper than grand gestures ever could. Once that bond forms, it changes you. It teaches gentleness, patience, and the kind of devotion that lingers long after the room grows still. And if you have known it, you understand how lasting and sacred it truly is.
Cat hair isn't on my clothes. It's a claim. I could lend troll. But then how would the world know I'm in a committed relationship with a tiny shed machine?
The 67-year-old looked like any other New Yorker while riding the subway in the West Village recently.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
The FCC has ruled on Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show, and there were no violations. After some lawmakers questioned whether the Spanish lyrics crossed the line, regulators concluded the performance had been properly edited and contained no explicit content that violated broadcast standards. Another reminder that Super Bowl halftime shows don't just spark conversations about music, they spark national debates. But officially, this one is cleared.
Don't cry, Mob. I'm right here, closer than your tears can see. When your heart feels heavy and you whisper my name into the quiet, I am near in the way love always stays. I have not drifted far. I have only changed the way I hold you. I feel the warmth of your memories and the softness in your voice when you think of me. The bond we built did not break when my pause grew still. It rests gently between us, steady and unshaken. So when the sadness rises, let it be softened by knowing I am not lost. I am carried in your heart, just as you are carried in mine. And in that place, we are never truly apart.
Labeling survivors as crazy protects the abuser from facing what they did.
Aguada, Puerto Rico, sugarcane, 1977. To every rescuer, vet, foster, and volunteer out there fighting through this winter weather, thank you. When the roads are icy and the wind cuts through everything, you still show up because you know a scared stray dog or cat might not make it through the night without help. Your compassion is not extra, it is life-saving. A warm towel, a quick checkup, a ride to safety, a full bowl, a safe place to rest. Those small moments add up to second chances. Stay safe out there. And please know that so many of us see what you do, respect it, and are grateful for it.
Hartford, Connecticut. Coates Mansion.
Senior cats grow old beside you, carrying years of loyalty in their gentle, fading steps. Every gray whisker tells a story of love they never held back. Senior cats don't deserve to be left behind when life becomes inconvenient. Please, don't abandon your senior cats when they need you most. Stay, be patient, be kind. They gave you their best years, let them spend their final ones feeling safe, wanted, and deeply loved.
It's the cat effect. You can spend a fortune on interior design, but nothing makes a room feel more complete than a 10 pounds tabby curled into a croissant on the sofa. They don't just occupy space, they change the entire frequency of the home. One purr and the Sunday scaries don't stand a chance. TYTS their world. We're just the ones paying the mortgage.
Life's better with rain on your porch.